Happy fourth week of Advent from all of us here at St. Paul of the Cross Retreat Center. It's hard to believe that Christmas is just around the corner. It seems like Advent just began and we were still at our Thanksgiving tables. But here we are, Christmas just a few days away. The church bids us rejoice as we celebrate this week, as we focus on the narrative that we read from St. Matthew's Gospel, telling us about Joseph getting a vision from the angel to be not afraid and to take Mary into his home. That this very unexpected birth and this very unexpected time would bid humanity to rejoice because God's love becomes real for us in the flesh of Jesus, the only begotten Son of God. In these last days when we're all hustling and bustling about food and preparation, gifts that need to be wrapped, it's important to take a few moments each day to reflect on the true meaning of these last few days. Mary and Joseph journeying to Bethlehem to find a place to have this child that shepherds and the sages from afar will adore, whom a king filled with anger and jealousy and rage would seek to kill. And yet in our time, this story speaks of our salvation, that God's love is made flesh among us and still is made flesh among us at the altar every time we celebrate the Mass. And so for each of us and all of us this week, it's important to take that moment to reflect deeply on how God's calling us to celebrate this great feast, to be full of hearts of gratitude, and to fear not when times get tough, and know that God is always with us. In these last days, as we approach this feast, know of our great gratitude for the ways you support our work here at the center, and how in the new year we invite you to come and be a part of things here as we begin a new calendar year at the center. On January 6th, Father Michael Green, Father Michael Ackerman, and myself will have a day of recollection from 10 to 3 about keeping God present as we begin the new year. How will we start the new year with God? On January 7th, we'll have the documentary about Venerable Tolton, a wonderful way for us to reflect on how God calls us to see his kingdom breaking forth in the lives of heroic men and women who sought to live the gospel values of justice, love, and peace. Our weekend retreats continue throughout the month of January, and in a particular way, we invite you to look at our website and think about, is this time in the new year a time to make a retreat, to take some time to listen to God's voice as we begin the new year? As we approach the great feast of Christmas, know our gratitude and know of our prayers for how God is calling you to live lives of love and service as we approach the great feast.